She was standing in my driveway again, pretending to check her mailbox. But her eyes were locked on my garage. I knew what she was waiting for. The second I left for work, she'd sneak in and plug her ugly pink golf cart into my power outlet. I caught her once before and told her to stop. But she just smirked and said, "It's only a little electricity. Neighbors help each other, right?" The problem was, this neighbor was the HOA vice president, and she thought that gave her the right to take whatever she wanted. That morning, I purposely left my garage door half open and pretended to drive away. My truck rolled down the street, but I parked around the corner, hidden behind the Johnson's fence. Sure enough, 10 minutes later, she waddled over, looking both ways like she was crossing enemy lines. She pushed her golf cart right up to my garage, reached in, and plugged it in like she owned the place. I could feel my blood boiling, but I stayed put. This wasn't about catching her anymore. It was about setting the trap I'd been planning for weeks. She had no idea that outlet was now connected to a special timer, one that would cut the power exactly 5 seconds after she plugged in, and when it did, her little stunt was going to backfire in a way she'd never forget. From my hiding spot, I could see her standing there, fiddling with the plug like she was performing surgery. The golf cart's little charger light blinked on, and she gave herself a proud nod, like she'd just solved world hunger. She turned to walk away, probably thinking she'd come back in a few hours to a full battery. Except my timer had already started ticking. 5, 4, 3, 2. A loud pop echoed from the garage, followed by a sharp zzzt and a tiny puff of smoke. The charger light went out instantly. She froze, her hand halfway to her phone. "What the?" she muttered, stepping closer. Then, right on cue, the motion sensor I'd installed kicked in, blasting her with a blinding strobe light and a piercing alarm that could wake the dead. She jumped back so fast she tripped over her own golf cart, landing flat on the driveway with a thud. The alarm kept screaming, the strobe kept flashing, and she scrambled like a crab trying to get to her feet. From where I stood, I could hear her panicked voice, "Stop! Somebody stop it! It's attacking me!" But I wasn't moving, not yet. This was only phase 1. Within minutes, the alarm's noise had drawn a small crowd. Neighbors stepping out onto their porches, phones in hand recording. Karen, red-faced and sweaty, was trying to push the golf cart away like it was some wild animal that had attacked her. But then she spotted me walking back toward my driveway, holding my phone casually like I'd just arrived. "There he is," she screeched, pointing at me. This was just the beginning.